before we dive into this, because I'm going to go into like how to actually build this YouTube funnel, one thing that I want you guys to understand, and I talk about this a lot, is this ecosystem funnel. So you need to basically, and I've gotten some questions like, hey, what's the best lead magnet? Where should I drive them? Now, you have in this essence, you have either ads or you have organic. We're going to talk about organic today and how your organic can feed your email newsletter, and then how you can actually retarget this audience that you're building organically with really low budget, like I'm talking like $5-10 a day retargeting ads. But if you're running cold traffic, you spend a little bit more, still very low budget, and then we throw them into this ecosystem. But what we're going to focus today on is really building this organic funnel and then driving them into an actual funnel and a pre-selling process to actually have and convert them into a booked call in the calendar, right? But what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the actual process of doing this on YouTube, because what everybody on this call is going to start building their YouTube channel, okay? Because YouTube is a massive audience. And I'm telling you, if you don't do this now, you're going to regret it going into 2025. Because 2025, if you look at all these, if you look at people you look up to, right, in the market, look at everybody that you look up to. You probably see people on YouTube. You also see people on Instagram and all this stuff, and you're consuming their content. So you're a consumer of their content, right? And you need to now switch into this producer mindset, because even you just putting yourself out there, you're putting yourself light years ahead of everybody else. And one of the big things that you have to also understand when it comes to content and when it comes to just building this personal brand, it's really an extension of yourself and providing high amounts of value, because there's the difference between you're going for attention and a lot of views. You want to be like Jake Paul and all these like influencers, or you want to build that authority brand. You want to build that niche brand that's going to position you as authority in your niche market and help the people that you want to serve, right? And so that's really what I'm going to show you to do. And that's what I've done, because I've around 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, but I literally generate booked calls. We do like 10 to $20,000 in sales from the YouTube channel as well. So like you can get a high amounts of really high quality traffic. And the best part is they watch you, they see you as that authority, and then they want to jump on the call and they're ready to buy. And YouTube has some of the highest conversion rates of sales that I've ever seen. And Noah knows this as well. If anyone gets on and says that they've watched my YouTube channel, they're going to close, right? And it's because I've built the trust. I'm giving them high amounts of value. Okay. Now the first process of this, just like anything else, is you have to think about your audience. Now, think about what videos will they click on. Now, first of all, you need to know what your audience and who your audience is. Now, what I recommend for the most of you guys, and what I recommend in terms of building this, online coaching consulting business and mixing this in with the leverage high ticket offer, is you basically create videos for your younger self or people that are a few steps below who you are, right? So that's what I recommend. If that's who your market is, that's the easiest way to start. That's the easiest way to create your offer around. Easiest thing that you can talk about, because you went through personal struggles, whether that's fitness, sales, business, coaching, consulting, whatever it is, relationships. You went through certain trials and tribulations that you can share, that helps your client go from Egypt into the promised land, and tribulation into the promised land, right? And so what you want to think about is who your ideal dream viewer is, or dream client. And again, I recommend that you just make videos for your younger self, the one who needs guidance, mentorship, they need clarity, right? And think about that. Who are you creating these videos for? And in your mind, you need to be picturing that's the person that I want to work with, right? And ideally, okay, what are they interested in? What videos will they click on? Once you know this, think about that. What videos will they click on? If it's seeing, because most of the videos on YouTube are going to be recommended, meaning they're going to be on the homepage when you go and you open up YouTube. Those are the ones that are going to get the most traffic. Those are the ones that you're optimizing for. Is that video there? It's going to be shown to that audience, and they're going to click on it. Okay. And what you want to do is you want to create that clickable content that they're either not even necessarily searching for, but they're interested in, right? And what they actually need. Okay. And again, you want to think about who your ideal client is and what that person is. And again, I just recommend making a video for your younger self. And don't talk at the camera, talk to them, the person you were directly, right? This is the biggest thing that you need to understand is you need to talk directly to people that are in that situation, and you need to talk to them as if they're a human, right? The exact person. You don't want to talk to the camera. You want to talk to them as if you're just talking to a friend. Okay. And you want to understand the goals of the client. So this is again very similar when you think about content creation and building your personal brand. It's the same thing that you're doing when you're running like a business. You want to think about like what are they interested when it comes to your offer? Well, think about this when it comes to your audience. What are their goals? Who's on the other side of the screen? What are they excited to watch? Right? What's their dream result? What's their dream outcome? What's their desired transformation? What do they want? Right? And what's the new vehicle you have for them to reach that? So you want to think about overall themes for your channel. So for example, a lot of the stuff that I talk about is all around um, you know, business, sales, getting clients, but then it's also I have my own embedded beliefs of I believe people should tap into that God-given vision within them, right? So I start to weave that in to my entire, offer. I weave that into my messaging, and I have a vehicle for them that is ordered for them to reach their dream outcomes. So you want to think about what that is for you, and then what roadblocks or what blockers or challenges are stopping them from achieving that, and how will you help them? And you want to give. This is something that I learned from Hermosi. Uh, he said, give the value in public, sell in private. And he said, give them the information and generic information and sell the implementation. So you want to think about, okay, what's the information that your clients are seeking and how can you weave that in, right? And you want to tap into your purpose. So tap deep into that and deep down know what your purpose and God-given vision is and your why behind your creating the videos. What beliefs do you want to instill into the viewer, into your ideal client, and how do you want to change their life? So you want to think about it deeper than just making videos and getting clients. It's like, how are you genuinely putting value out? Like I've had videos where people are like, yo, this video changed my life. Like, and it's a YouTube video and it changed their life. So you want to think about how can you tap into that? And what do you genuinely want to instill? What life do you want to speak into other people? Right. And one thing you have to understand, like once you have the basic foundations in place, like, okay, who's your dream viewer? Who's your dream ideal client? Who are you making videos for? Why are you making videos? Tap into that deep purpose within you. Okay, what's going to get them to click? What you have to understand is how YouTube actually works. Okay. And how YouTube works is titles, thumbnails, and hooks are the king. Okay. You have to understand what great looks like on YouTube. Okay. So you have to look at the top channels, look at people in your niche market, look at people that have created videos around certain topics that you're interested in creating, that your ideal client is already watching, getting 50, 100,000 views. And look at another way is look at your own YouTube search history, right? And what videos are you watching? Ask yourself, why did you click on it? Why did you watch all the way through that video, right? And you want to think about this. Each video is basically like a product in and of itself. And this is a revelation that I had and that I'm going to give to you. And if you want you to capture this, you are the product. Okay. You are the product. And they're coming to you. And it doesn't necessarily matter in terms of if they've watched other similar videos because you are the product, right? And they're going to resonate with you. You have certain life experiences, certain things that you went through, certain challenges, tribulations, certain successes, certain things that you went through in your life that you can weave throughout the video, right? And so you are the product, but your video, you want to look at your video also as a product. And the title and thumbnail is basically the ad. So you have to understand it and see what good titles and thumbnails look like. And you have to basically create those that are going to click on the ad or basically on the video, because it's the marketing for your video. Okay. And then once they do click on it, you must hook them in the first 5 to 30 seconds. attention spans are are so short because of TikTok and doom scrolling, and if it's not 1 second, especially on short form, they're leaving, right? So you gotta really, really tap into that and hook them in immediately. And kind of a framework for that is you want to have hook, story, offer, okay, or what we call hook, story, close, right? Similar thing, or hook, story, call to action. But basically, you want to hook them in. So grab your viewer and pull them in. So what would grab your younger self or your current self's attention, right? Find that angle and then lead with it. For example, some of them may be really interested in a particular, strategy for getting clients, or a particular way that they can do sales, or think about your niche. What are they interested in, right? And we're optimizing for value. Okay. We want to optimize for value, but we need to have these elements to get people to even click on our video and then stay through it, right? And so you have the hook, and then you have the story. So what story would your younger self or your current self sit through? Fully interested, hyped, like attentive, listening to every word. And you need to get great at storytelling, right? You gotta weave in the story, use like future pacing techniques to keep them to watch the video. And then you have the offer. So make the video 10 times more valuable. And you can also add additional resources to help them achieve their goals even faster. So some of the things that you can do, and one of the things that you can say in the video, is you can add additional videos or resources to help them get the results. So one of the best ways to grow on YouTube as well is to keep them on the platform. So you can have, and what you want to look at YouTube videos, especially when you're starting out, is they're kind of like mini video sales letters. And if you don't know what video sales letter is, it's basically a scripted sales kind of message, but it weaves in, it has a hook, it has a reframing their belief systems, it's giving high amounts of value, and then it's giving call to action. So each YouTube video is almost like its own video sales letter. And so what you can do is you can be like, if you want to learn how to, get more clients using this strategy, watch this video next. And you drive them to the next video. And the next video is another mini video sales letter that's doing the same thing. So you can create this loop where every video at the end is driving to another one of your YouTube videos. This is a hack that will get you more watch time. This is a hack that will get them to watch more of your videos. Again, especially if they're leading on and they're providing on value on different aspects of things, right? So that's really a key hack. And then in your videos, you want them to subscribe to your channel, but really the main thing we're going to be doing is linking them to your video sales letter. So inside of the ecosystem funnel, the video sales letter funnel, which is getting them to opt in, so name, email, phone number, it builds your email list, right? Then they watch your VSL, they go through, they opt in, they go and they watch your VSL, and then they go and they book a call on your calendar, and then you pre-sell them, get them on the call, and you close, right? So you want to be driving them into this VSL funnel and tell them about it at the end of the video. Look, if you want to learn and get a free training and exactly how you can do this, I dropped the link in the description. Go check it out. And that's basically framed as a training. They go to the training, they watch it, they get basically pre-sold, and then they book a call on your calendar, and then you convert them, right? You can also use lead magnets to build your newsletter. So in some videos, like let's say, for example, I wanted to create some sort of lead magnet. I would say, and I'll give you an example, like this, for example. I have one for this, right? So it's, if you want to get this, I'll even show it to you. So it's a resource. So we use this on YouTube, and we also use this on Instagram. But it's like, look, if you want to get the free ecosystem funnel and full training responsible for 5 million sales, enter your name, email, and phone number, right? And get access to it. So then you can drop this in the video, and you can mention this in the video. Hey, if you want to get my ecosystem funnel completely free download and a training that goes over this, I'm going to drop it in the description. Go below and check it out, right? And so you can drop this, and then when they come here, name, your phone number, very similar to like a VSL kind of funnel anyway. So you can just drive them to the VSL. But if you want to bait them in with different resources, you can do that as well. And again, that builds your newsletter. And then it also, on the thank you page, you can then make an offer to jump on a call with you, and then learn more about what you have to offer. So that's very, very key. I would say the main things we're going to be leveraging in this process is driving them to your newsletter and driving them to your funnel. So driving them to your VSL funnel as well. So that's the main call to actions you want to have in the video. And the content structure and is so key. So you want to basically have in today's day and age again, like the attention spans on so many people um are so like low today. It's like literally if you don't hook them in, you don't keep their attention, it doesn't like they're just gonna click off. So you can test short videos, like you can test like 5 to 8 minutes long, if you want, post consistently. Especially if your market's more like B2C, you're more consumer based. You can, but personally, I recommend like 10 to 30 minutes. It works well for building depth with your audience. You just have to get good at like again, storytelling frameworks, future pacing, retention hacks, and get really good at this stuff because this is what's gonna build the the ultimate like feedback loop within your content, and they're gonna really build that depth with you, right? And you think about this, the attention is so key, and one of the big things that you have to understand is that big creators, right, people that have 100,000, 500,000 subscribers, they have an established base. You don't. So if you want to get this to work, you need to hit the algorithm consistently. So until you're unavoidable and you're going to hit and you're going to grow. So, at the beginning, you can't post 2 videos a month. You got to be posting 1 to 2 videos a week at least, right? And just if you want to grow fast, okay? And if you want to get a lot of traffic, because if you think about it, today's day and age, organic content on YouTube, and I'm going to talk a little bit about, if you wanted to repurpose this on other platforms like Reels and stuff like that. But YouTube is the main thing. And that's getting you free organic views, free organic impressions, free organic traffic that you would historically have to pay for. Now, at the beginning, it's not going to be a lot. That's why. And another thing with organic is it's not as consistent, right? Because some videos may not book as many calls, right? So you need to be mixing the both, and that's why it's so key. Now, when you're creating videos, authenticity is absolutely critical. So you need to be 100% yourself. So you need to be the real, raw, unique personality that you want people to see, and that you are internally, right? And so forget that the camera's around. Just be your raw, authentic self, and let people just who vibe with you just keep coming back, and they want to be with you. And you can start to mix in certain things into your videos, which we'll talk about, like inside jokes and stuff like that. But you want to build this long-term fan base. You don't want to just build views. Okay. Some people, I'll tell you this, they have 100,000, 500,000, even 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and they make like $5,000 a month. They probably make a little bit on the YouTube AdSense, but they're still not making a lot of money from it. And they're not building a real true fan base. And they're just, a lot of them just create these like clickbaity titles and thumbnails, and there's no depth to it. So don't chase quick views or subscribers. Build the fan base, build an audience that loves your content, and position yourself as an authority. How you do that is you need to be very, very clear on who you're targeting and who you're making your videos for, right? And avoid just targeting people who aren't genuinely interested, or they're just clickbaity views and they're not going to come back and consistently watch, right? So if you just like try and trend hack or this stuff, you can do that. But the thing is, you're just going to get views of people that, it's not the right views, right? And most people think with YouTube specifically that you need to like, have different like descriptions, tags, and all this stuff, and rank SEO and stuff. Those things, I'm telling you right now on YouTube, it doesn't really work that well. Like you need to focus on making impactful titles and thumbnails, not with cramming in these keywords into the title and, ranking SEO and all that stuff. You can mix in some of those videos. If like I recommend, like over time you can create like these kind of like evergreen videos that are like very, very keyword dense that are ranked for SEO. But you want to just create compelling, like kind of vague, like emotional titles that spark curiosity and get them to click. Okay. And focus on the bigger picture, you as the creator. Don't focus on the SEO type thing, because you can, put a video. Like I created a video one time. One of my most viewed videos is SEO is like search engine optimization. So it's like if someone's searching for things, or you're trying to optimize it for the title, right? So I'll give you an example of this. One of my most viewed videos was one that is basically saying why deleting social media will change your life, right? 5 practical tips. And that video got like 15,000, 20,000 views. And what was interesting about that is That was just like what I was inspired to create. I didn't look at what anyone else was doing, right? Now, what you want to also do is you want to build a movement and not just a channel. Again, you want to build that fan base, and you want to focus on like really tapping in. And again, it's gonna take some time. You're gonna have to create like a lot of these videos to really get them to pop off, but focus on cultivating a community. So this is the top tier thing that works with growing a channel, right? You got to be inspiring people, creating a movement, building a cult like following. Like right now, what I'm doing is I'm creating a revolution of millionaires who are tapped into their God-given vision and purpose. And so that is my movement that I'm building it around. And the more I lean into that, the more I'm polarizing the market of people that don't believe in that stuff, or they don't want me to, and they're not interested in me talking about it, but I don't care because what I do is I become a magnet for the people that do want to come and follow my stuff and they want to learn and watch my videos. Okay. So you need to understand that you're not trying to please everybody. You're trying to strike a balance, or not even a balance. You're trying to slice through the noise and you're trying to cut them into two sides. And you're basically just want to go and you want people that love you and that are gonna follow you for years. I've had people follow me for like 5, 6 years now. And when they get on the call, they're like, yeah, I've been following you for a long time. Love your videos, love your content. And yeah, it works. So you gotta think about like, are your videos inspiring others? Are you memorable? Is it about and it's more about sparking that change, that transformation in someone's life, not just delivering information. Because when you can change someone's like paradigm, they're reframing things in their mind or removing certain limiting beliefs or give them an epiphany that was holding them back. Boom, you create massive amounts of trust and rapport, and they're gonna want to work with you. Okay. And relatability through vulnerability. So you want to be real. Talk about the uncomfortable stuff that no one's talking about, right? Authenticity means showing your flaws and sharing the truth. So if you share the truth, like if you're scared to talk the truth, you're going to be lukewarm. You're not going to be able to actually go forth and develop and cultivate a really strong audience because you're trying to please everybody. You want to be authentic to yourself. What do you believe? What are your beliefs? Now, those are what you believe. They may not be true or right or whatever. That's what you believe. So share that, and other people that are in that same on that same wavelength will gravitate and magnetize towards you. Now, if you guys are liking this content so far, post in the chat. Let me know if this is getting you guys some value. If you guys are getting value of it, also post in the chat. If there's some topics that you also want to cover as well, and we'll get into that. But what you have to understand is, people always talk about, oh, is YouTube too saturated and all this stuff. Look, if you think YouTube is saturated, this is the thing. You're not tapping into the authenticity. You overcome saturation through authenticity. People are like, oh, it's too late to create a YouTube channel, all this stuff. And they make all these excuses. There's no true saturation, right? The demand on YouTube is limitless and it will continually be into the future. Content is going to be king, especially with AI. If you look at this now, these people creating these YouTube automation with the AI, if you ever watch those videos, people in the comments, if you look in the comments, they're like, man, I'm sick and tired of these AI videos. Like, when are we going to hear a real person, right? So like the market and the content that you're creating, it's so going to be so in demand no matter what, as long as you're creating what people want and what people want to watch and what they're interested in. If you and what you're interested in, it's the balance between those, and you feed into that. Again, your uniqueness is your category. You are the product. You are the uniqueness. You are what destroys the saturation in the market. It is you who creates that. You are the product. Okay. And so one of the things that you need to understand too with it is that every viewer is looking for someone like them to bring hope, realness. That will set you apart. Okay. Because I'm me when I go forth and I speak what I believe to be true, and what I believe in my heart is the main uh the main thing that I'm inspiring people to do is to tap in and to see the vision that's being held inside of them, and to then take action on that vision within themselves. That is what will set you apart. Okay. And you need to tap into that. And that's what is trying to be expressed and birthed through you. Right. What does the soul want of you? And you want to then tap into that and you want to be authentic and put it out there. Okay. It doesn't matter, but then you need to know, okay, that is the foundation. That's the base that we run it on. Then we layer on these different strategies and things like this that are going to ultimately help you get views. Like, for example, creating titles and thumbnails. You need to be able to be good at that. Now, you don't, and we're going to get into like creating content because a lot of you guys think you need some fancy editing and all this stuff. I'm telling you, you can just do raw videos and they absolutely slap. Okay. You don't need to even do any editing. You know, some of my best videos that got the most clients and that have popped off were literally me on a Google Doc or on my easel, my whiteboard on here, screen sharing, and I'm using my webcam. I'm not even using a real camera. Okay. So you have to understand that getting content out and producing is more important than procrastinating. You need to switch from procrastination to production. Okay. When you do that, your life is going to change, right? You need to post videos. And if I don't have a video, like, oh, what I'm going to post this week, I'll just I'll just literally record a video and put it out there. Now, should you prioritize, over time, like, well production? Yeah, if you really want to pop off on YouTube, you're going to have to put a little bit more effort into the videos over time. As you get more clients, as you make more money, you then take those resources, aka the funds, the money that you get, and you go into hiring thumbnail designer, you go into hiring a YouTube editor. But at the beginning, you can use Canva and you can use free editing software like CapCut. You don't even need to edit your videos. Try and do it in one take. If you mess up, you can just chop it up and post it. Okay, you don't need anything crazy, and you are what will set yourself apart. Okay, you are the product. Okay, now here's another thing: you energy of competition. So compete with passion. So use your enemies, the competition as fuel. Like if everyone's creating videos, whatever, don't Ben, just focus on yourself and making better videos, right? People won't remember what you say, but they'll remember how they felt when you said it. So bring that energy into every video. That's how you're going to compete. You compete through the passion, through the realness, the raw authenticity that is which is within you. Okay. Now, the key for creating engaging videos is you need to know exactly, again, who you're talking about and create content for yourself and only cover things that you've done or things that work. Don't really try to recycle people's content. Share your unique perspective. So you can borrow different titles and ideas, but share your unique perspective. Okay. And you can content related, high energy. So sometimes what I like to do too is if I'm inspired to create a video, I'll create it right then because you need to capture that inspiration immediately when you have it. And whenever I've done that, those are the videos that popped off. I'm like, I want to record this video. And if I start to like, think, oh, I need to plan out the video, I need to do all this stuff, and then I'll record it tomorrow or Thursday or whatever, then the video is not nearly as the stream of thought that is being put into that video isn't true like flow. You when you're in flow, you get that urge to create, just literally create the video. And you could literally create it with your iPhone. Cameras have like 4K cameras nowadays. So you have no excuse. Okay. Now, some little additional tips is you want to use retention and engagement. So keep the watch time high. So 50% on the 10-minute video is a good benchmark. Space out the content. You can, again, use interactions. You can ask them to like, subscribe. I recommend you do that in every video. Just telling people what to do, they do it. And then use jokes, memes, inside jokes that keep the comments rolling. You can also, tell people to comment if they want certain resource, like if they want this resource, comment, put it in the comment section. I'll reach out in the comments, and I'll send you this to your, and then people will comment. And that's how, when you get more likes, more comments, then, and the watch time's higher, then the YouTube is going to show your videos to more people. And you want to balance balance both. So quality versus quantity. So quality is always defined, and it's always subjective, right? Because some people, what they value or what they deem as quality is like, if I'm just sitting, doing a raw video, people are like, man, this is quality content because I'm giving high amounts of value, right? So quality doesn't always refer to the look of the video, the production of the video. That shit doesn't always like matter, right? It actually doesn't matter a lot, especially in today's day and age. What I'm seeing is usually the market shifts. So usually what happens, I'll create a new easel. Usually what happens is the market shifts from like this kind of perspective where it's like they oscillate from these two extremes, right? And this is like raw, and this is like super production, right? And like the market is shifting more to raw. If you look at YouTube like 1 to 3 years ago, like everyone was doing like they had this YouTube setup and all this stuff, and they had like the fancy lights and all this stuff, and like the Eman Godzi kind of setup, and it went from being raw like vlogs and stuff like this into more of this like higher production. And now the market's shifting back into more of the raw with the rise of AI, with the rise of all these gurus popping up left, right, and center, and so raw content is working really well right now. Okay. And so what you need to do is you just need to post consistently. Okay. So you need to build evergreen content. Again, talk about principles that are timeless, that don't change. And you want to focus on consistency. So I recommend you post 1 to 3 videos a week. So post 1 to 2 videos a week consistently for like 3 years, and you'll gain massive compound effect. Now, if you want like very, very fast, quick, ways to get clients and to convert them, is you need to convert these into leads and appointments. So if you look at the big players, if you look at Eman Ghazi, Alex Mosey, Cole Gordon, and the ones that are printing, like I know guys that are doing like 800 grand a month just on YouTube. Uh, so I literally, this is what I see. Like one of my friends, he runs one of their he actually manages them as a client for his ad agency. They do 800 grand a month on YouTube organically. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but that's selling high ticket. And so basically, he obviously has a bigger channel now, but they're all using the straightforward funnel and building their personal brand. So what I've been doing over the past 5 years is doing exactly this. And I was more focused on conversion and using my personal brand to build trust and rapport with people rather than trying to grow and become like an influencer or like a full-time content creator because I'm a business owner and I'm here to help people transform their businesses. I'm not here to, necessarily, dance around on TikTok. You know what I mean? So I'm here to really provide a lot of value. So the ecosystem, again, what we go back to isn't just about like single videos. It's about having this whole ecosystem that they can fly into. So you're leading these viewers through a journey across the platform. So you're using email or you're using YouTube, then you go to email, and I'll show you this for a sec, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about, and it's practical that you guys can use this. And I'll show you some other examples of some of my friends who are absolutely crushing on YouTube right now and how simple it is. Okay. So I'll give you this example. Let me share my screen. Okay. This video here has 800 or almost 900 views. Okay. Nothing crazy, right? But people in the comments, they'd be loving it. And then what I do is I link them to things. So here I was getting them to join my webinar, right? But in other videos, which I'll go and I'll show you on my channel here, like this video here, I'm getting them to join my community. I'm also getting them to go to my newsletter, right? Where they can subscribe to my newsletter, right? I also drive them to my VSL funnel, right? Where they can go to the VSL and they can apply to join my program. I also drive them if they want to follow me on Instagram, because that's also another platform where I post content. Now, you don't need to do that. If you want to then take a long form, chop this up, you can use something like Opus. I think it's opus.pro. Okay. This is, let's see, Opus Clips. You can use like something like this, which is like Opus. Yeah, maybe they're yeah. So you can basically do one long form video, and it gives you and it automatically clips for you. So you can use something like this. If you don't want to hire an editor, just use this. AI will literally clip it for you. So you can literally take this video, throw it in something like this, and you can start posting on and post two reels a day on Instagram, and just drive them. Have the link to your VSL. Sorry. Into your bio, and you can just drive them into that. So That's what you can do if you wanted to take long form, put it into short form as well. But the main thing here is thanks, bro. Main thing you want to do is you want to drive them into the other aspects within your ecosystem. So, for example, when someone joins your newsletter, right? When they're on your newsletter, you're going to email them. Like one of your emails a week is going to be to your YouTube content, right? So I'll show you examples of this here. So let me show you this. We'll post. Let me pull this up. So here's a YouTube video that I posted, right? So I get it in my email and I say, look, this is what's working. If not, yo, click here to watch the video. And then this video drives them to YouTube, right? So this is what you can do with your email list. So when someone joins your email list, right? So they join your newsletter, or you can get them if they opt into your VSL or one of your resources. You're driving them and you're using your email to drive them back to essentially watch your YouTube videos, right? And so what you're doing is you're creating this ecosystem where they're joining your newsletter, right? And I recommend that you build the newsletter through a VSL funnel, because some people will go through and just book a call, right? And this works really, really well for getting high ticket clients. But what we're doing is we're building that through your organic content, getting them on your newsletter, and then you can feed your newsletter or your organic content from your newsletter. And then when people watch your videos, what's the cool thing with YouTube, since it's owned by Google, we can run retargeting ads, YouTube ads to your organic audience. So over time, you can create very small budget retargeting ads that flow them in. And so that's basically what you're going to be doing in terms of like converting them. And this is what all these guys you see, this is what they're doing. Now, if you look at what they're selling you like, oh, high ticket closers and all this stuff. But what they're actually doing to get clients is they're doing this, what I'm showing you. Okay. They're doing YouTube channel and they're running paid ads on YouTube or Meta, but a lot of them run it on YouTube as well. And they're driving them into a funnel, and they're also leveraging these organic sources. And then they have follow-up sequences and funnels. They have appointment setters going in. They have automated email sequences and everything they're going through, right? So that's really what you need to understand. That's how you can convert viewers into qualified leads, okay? So every piece of content you put out should bring viewers into your system, into your ecosystem. And starting by capturing their emails and moving them through your funnel, design the pre-sell and qualify them before they even speak to you. Now, I recommend you just have one place you drive them to, which is your VSL funnel. And that will capture their email. That will also get them into your funnel. And then ultimately they can go and book a call. So that's what I recommend for you guys, is just drive them straight into the funnel, which is designed literally to pre-sell and qualify them before they even get on the phone with you. And by doing this, you're going to build massive amounts of trust because they're watching your YouTube videos. Then they go watch another video, which is basically pre-framed as like a training. And from the training, what you're going to do is you're going to then build and give them a lot of value. And then you're going to basically frame your offer and get them to go and book a call. And this is how you're going to get high quality book calls on your calendar every single day. And you're going to leverage some pre-selling mechanisms as well. So like once they actually book the call, you need to have kind of this like pre-selling material that's going to pre-sell them even further. That is ultimately going to get them to show up to the call, because you know what happens with most of the time is you can get a lot more traffic through, let's say, like if you're running just direct Facebook ads, which I don't teach that. I teach YouTube ads. But if you're doing just like direct Facebook ads, you're going to have a pretty low show up rate, like 40%, 50%. But if you're doing it with like this, with organic content, mix and retargeting your audience and also driving them into this ecosystem, they're going to show up. You're going to get like 80% plus show up rates, and they're going to be basically ready to buy because they're already pre-sold. They like you. They trust you. They've now learned about your offer, how you can help them, and then you can ultimately convert them into clients. And you want to retarget your audience, and you can build the trust and consistency. So what you can do is you can retarget all of those people right away with low budget YouTube ads and drive them back to your funnel and nurture them. Okay. And what you can do is you can mix small budget ads with your organic. And this is what Alex Hormozi said is the money printer and literally the gold mine of today's day and age is getting organic traffic and leveraging organic traffic. And then since they watched, you could retarget anyone using Google or Meta to any one of those, right? You can, any one of your videos, you can retarget them with ads for very, very cheap. Okay. And you can drive them into this, and it creates a powerful ecosystem that gets them to from a lead into a high quality lead into a high ticket client. And again, you don't need to be a full-time content creator. You just need a few key videos and then build this ecosystem and this email sequence, driving them back and funneling them through. Okay. And this is what's going to build this momentum over time. Okay. And your ecosystem should be on three main components. You have the automated funnel, you have the pre-selling mechanism and the sales script and the sales process, and you have that niche personal brand that builds trust fast. And again, with this setup, you can make 10 to 50K a month just from your YouTube channel organically, but mixing in with the ads and everything, you can get to 100,000 plus a month. And I recommend that we leverage both of these because they're going to feed into each other. So your ads are going to build your email list, right? Your email list is going to feed your organic content. Your organic content is going to feed your retargeting list, right? And you're driving them through this process. When they get into this funnel, you're driving them through this entire system. And this is what's working right now. This is what's going to work into 2025. And the emphasis, the main traffic channel for me right now, and what I'm focusing on is YouTube organic content and mixing it with YouTube ads. Okay. And this is what I'm teaching my clients to do. This is what I recommend you guys do. And this is what works, right? So if you guys have any questions, pop them in the chat, or I can unmute you. But pop in the chat, or just raise your hand and I can unmute you and we can ask questions here. But I see some questions in the chat as well. So let me go through some questions here. And while you guys have questions, if you guys want help with this, we can help you with this as well. So again, this is nothing so crazy. I'm going to send you this document as well if you guys want to, have this as for your notes. But I do have a refinery program for you guys. Again, this isn't some like crazy sales pitch, but if you guys do want help with this stuff, it's basically for anyone that's like a course creator, a coach, consultant, that's kind of already making around 10K a month, and you want to build a profitable high ticket personal brand on YouTube. And if you're lacking lead flow or you're doing outreach right now and you want a better system, we basically will help you set up this entire personal brand on YouTube with low budget ads, helping you scale. So we basically help you set up with the done for you YouTube funnel. So I actually give you the funnel. I give you everything that you need to actually scale. So I basically have everything pre-built already in Go High Level that you can basically, I literally import it into your account. So as soon as you get it, I have a whole template of the sales funnel, the VSL funnel. I have the email automation sequences. So inside of here, I have the funnel already pre-built for you. So I have the pages, the headline, what you can add here. I already have it built out for you. So you can literally just get all the pages already built out, the pre-selling pages as well. I also have automations already pre-built for you as well, VSL funnel automations when someone opts in, how to put them through email sequences, email and text sequences, how to follow up with them. Like I've already have this stuff pre-built for everyone. So anyone that joins gets this as well. And we also help you position yourself as that go-to authority in your niche and help you with that, creating that compelling YouTube content with high ROI ads mixed on top of that draws in the prospects. We help you script, also edit and optimize a video sales letter and your YouTube ads. So I have an in-house editing team that edits your videos. And we help you launch the low budget, higher ROI ads within 45 days. You can get inbound leads, help you master high ticket sales. We help you design an organic strategy as well, plan your whole operations. And one thing that I want to do for you guys too is if you do want to apply for this, I also am doing a personalized one-on-one content strategy and personal brand creation with you guys, where I'll actually plan out your first 5 YouTube videos. I'll help you basically structure it, position you as an authority, help you attract the right people, help you drive them into the right conversion mechanism so you can start getting high ticket clients from day one. And I'll literally give you that content plan, how to create YouTube thumbnails, literally give you the whole content plan. And I'm only opening 4 spots for this. So this is for the November cohort. And this is really just provide you a high level support and making sure you get personalized attention. So I'm only opening 4 spots for this, especially with this one-on-one component, because it's taking my team's time, my time to work with you guys one-on-one. So if you guys want this, I'm going to be closing enrollment for November's cohort We already have clients that are signed up for the cohort, but I have 4 left. And if you guys want to scale, build up YouTube personal brand, and you want to do this, I have 4 spots available. And that's basically closing the doors on November 1st. So I'll drop this in the chat if you guys want to take a look at this. You guys can take a look and also have this as a resource. But we'll go into some Q&A. And if you guys have any questions, I'll drop this in the chat and you guys can take a look at it. And if you guys want to book a call with me, and we can map it out for you guys. Cool. So if you guys have any questions, you could just pop in the chat. I see a question here, brother. When doing these content, for example, for a full-time marketing agency, doing content, giving the sauce out and selling them for done for you, then retargeting ads. I mean, doing the call to action and book a discovery call. Yeah. So everything, what you need to do is you need to drive them to getting on a call, right? So if you're doing this for a marketing agency or you're doing content for yourself, yeah, give them the sauce and then get them to book on a call. So just have a link. It can be as simple as just driving them to a Calendly link. But honestly, what I recommend is creating a VSL, which is basically a book a call funnel. So it pre-sells them, gets them into that element of essentially selling them on what you have to offer, and then getting them to book a call and pre-qualify themselves. That's what I recommend. But yeah, give them the sauce and then drop it in the comments or in the description and get them to book a call. So if you guys have any questions, pop in you can chat here one-on-one. I see you guys here. Or if you have any questions, pop into the chat or raise your hand and I can unmute you. So I'm looking at Diamond Plan. Do you recommend specific softwares for using these things? Yeah, so what I recommend, I mean, look, everyone wants to obsess over the tools and all this stuff. Honestly, what I recommend, the simplest thing is we leverage Go High Level. Go High Level basically has everything already built into it for you. It has the funnels, it has the emails, it has the pages to automate. Like I built all that stuff into it, but using Go High Level is very, very simple. And it has everything you need. So that has ClickFunnels built into it. It has email built into it. It has Calendly built into it. So you don't need, and it is a CRM. So you don't need HubSpot. So that's why I recommend that. And that's why we leverage it. And I'll just show you kind of what it looks like even further. So inside of Go High Level, it has like your CRM, your pipelines. You can have contacts in here. We also give you calendars, already pre-built calendars configured for you for sales calls as well. And then we also have like marketing automation. So I give you all these email templates. You can see here, there's literally, let's see, there's a lot of email templates for like follow-ups, reminders, optimizing and getting them back to your funnel. You can do email campaigns right inside of here, right? So you can do a lot within here. You have also automations that we've built out for advertising, for appointments. So this all comes preloaded into your account with us because I've already pre-built it for you. High level usually just comes blank, but I built all this stuff out. So that's what I recommend. And then, but to be honest, it's not the best for actually with the email deliverability. I use it for email automation, but for my newsletter, I use this platform called Beehive. And I think it's one of the best because I can get like really high 96% deliverability rates, 25% open rates, and good click-through rates. So I recommend you use a platform like that, but that's a little bit more advanced. And I teach people how to do that in my in the refinery as well. Cool. How are you tracking metrics? Yeah. So other than the cash in the bank, so to track KPIs and stuff like that, Aaron, we do have a tracking process that we leverage. We have basically, I won't go too advanced because like with specific ads, we have different attribution stuff that we use. But we have a very simple process for tracking KPIs and things like that. Yeah, if you have any questions on building channel, getting clients organically, pop in the chat and I can answer any questions here. And or if you just want advice on what you should do for your channel. So hopefully I'm going to pronounce your name right, brother, but Javid or Javid?
Yes, Javad. Hi, thank you very much.
Awesome. What's your question, brother?
Yeah. Do you hear me? Mitch, first of all, thank you very much. It was really informative. I missed, unfortunately, the first part of, about 20 minutes. I was late. So, the slide that you showed as a flow diagram, can you explain it again if you have time?
Explain which part? Which part?
The flow diagram that they showed,
Oh,
regarding
okay.
the
Yeah, yeah,
email sequence and so on.
yeah. Here, I'll pull this up. So
Yes, this one.
yeah. This is what I call the ecosystem. So again, but the main thing is we're driving them into this sales funnel here, right?
Yeah.
Which is comprised of the opt-in, the VSL, the application success page. And this is what I just showed you guys here inside of which I have pre-built templates for you, which I give you the funnel, and like the success page and stuff, like what you should have on the success page, right? And like which videos to pre-sell them as well. So that's basically what we do with the funnel. But again, in today's day and age, what works really well and what you guys need to be focused on is organic content. So you need to be posting organic content, which is going to build your email list you can use for retargeting, but it's driving them into your VSL funnel and having them come out book calls that are very, very high quality. And so this is the funnel here. And then we have again follow-up sequences, email automation sequences, kind of what I showed you, which we leverage through Go High Level. And you can use whatever, but we already have everything pre-built. And I just know from years of doing this, like what works, how to create the emails, like which emails you should send, and also based on the contingency. Okay, did they opted in, but did they book a call? No. Okay, they opted in and booked a call. Okay, send them this email. So it's you need to have kind of a whole process beyond this. But yeah, this is the ecosystem, and this is what absolutely prints. This is how you can make 100,000, 500. It's how you can make honestly like a few $1,000,000 a month. Some of my friends make a couple $1,000,000 a month. I'm going to dinner with one of them today that makes $2 million a month. I have another one of my friends that does like 300 grand a month, using this exact same process. And he actually runs a YouTube agency, and he's even saying you cannot rely on just this. You need to also be leveraging organic content. And the big thing is, if you hire an ad agency, they're just going to help you with ads. If you hire someone just for organic content, they're just going to help you with organic content, right? So we show you this entire process, and I actually help you with that inside of the refinery. So I literally show you the entire model, also tracking KPIs, models, how to operate at 50 to 80% net margins, and scaling the business. So if you guys do want, I'll also help you personally one-on-one map out your entire content and brand strategy. So in the document, you can go and apply. I'll also copy this link here if you guys want to go and just book a direct call with me. We can map things out with you guys, and I'm more than happy to help you out. So,
Y- You know,
yeah,
as a coach that maybe never has been on camera very much, so what you would suggest in order to create this ecosystem and the whole system? Just summarize it. As I said, some maybe is there any replay for this
it's
session?
as simple as this. Okay,
Okay.
it's post 1 to 3 YouTube videos a week,
Hmm.
drive them into a funnel that builds your email list,
Yeah,
and also drives them to booking a call, right?
exactly.
Which is the VSL funnel. And then have email follow-ups and send 1 to 3 emails a week to your list. I would say you can even send up to 5 a week. But let's say 3 emails a week to your list. One of them could be your YouTube video or whatever. You're posting 2 YouTube videos. Drive them to your two YouTube videos. It's really that simple. It's post YouTube videos,
Yeah.
send emails to your list, run traffic with your paid ads, drive them to your funnel, and get high ticket clients, and scale that process up and just do more of what works, less of what doesn't. And but to create good videos that get clients and create the VSL and all that stuff, it's a lot of stuff you need to have in place to make it work, especially at a high level. And that's something that we do in the refinery. So we actually do done for you ad creation, done for you video sales letters. I build you out the funnel. I even will help you with structuring your organic content and give you the first 10 videos so you can get clients organically without ads. And then we can also retarget and launch paid ads as well with it.
Thank you. Is there any replay for this session?
Yeah, it's been recording, so we'll definitely have a replay for sure.
Thank you very much. Really
Awesome.
appreciate
Yeah, no problem. Cool. If you guys have any other questions, you could either okay, I see here. You could raise your hand or you can pop it in the chat. So I see other tabs on YouTube, home and community. What do you do with these? Home is just like the homepage. You don't really need to do anything with that. Community is you can make posts in there. You can do that when you start to grow a bigger channel, but don't focus on that right now. You don't need any of that. And then Sam, do you personally create the copy or teach it? And it's up to us to write the copy. So I actually give you copywriting frameworks, and I actually give you the full copy, but then it's you extracting it, and then we kind of refine it and we sharpen it up together. So we write the copy together. Yeah. And I give you the a crazy framework that prints. Obviously, you're pro this, but when you were first starting out, what mindset hacks did you leverage to start putting yourself out on a regular basis? Honestly, I just looked at this and the mindset hack is was I was broke living in my dad's basement, so I had no choice. So I'm like, okay, am I gonna stay in my shell? And I was very introverted, by the way. I wasn't a very outgoing or whatever. I had to build that identity in myself, and that's the big thing is shifting into that new identity. It's thinking who you want to become, right? Who is this new character that you want to become, and who do you look up to that puts out content on a regular basis that you want to emulate, and then design your character, design your identity of that person of who you want to become, and then you have to step into it and be that now, right? And adopt those character traits, those internal identity, and then you need to be it, and then you need to do what that person would do in confidence with these new beliefs, and then you will have and become this next version of yourself. So it's think, be, do, have. That's how it all works. And that's how you hack your mind to becoming anyone you want. And then you just got to do it consistently. Just put it out there. Who cares whoever watches it? Because your first videos are going to be terrible. If you watch my videos, I was in Toronto and I literally pasted one of those like easel papers to the glass, and I was just writing with a marker, and I just did it raw. And I was super young when I did it, but I just started putting it out there. Then you get better and better, and the more you do it, the more repetition you get better and better at it. But literally just fire it out, fire it off, and post videos. And again, the big thing is the funnel that you're driving them to. You need to have a conversion process to convert them, right? So, but the big thing is just post content, and it has to be aligned with also what the market and positioning yourself properly, right? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so Karen, that is if you want to work with us in the refinery, we do have a cohort starting November November 4th, I think it is, which is Monday. So yeah, if you want to work with us and we help you one on one, we have done for you components as well to help you launch your entire process. And again, as a bonus, I'm also going to give you guys a one-on-one content strategy session where we can actually jump on one-on-one and we can map this stuff out to you for you guys, and I'll map out your first 5 videos, help you script it, what you should create, what the titles and thumbnails should look like, and I'll do that one-on-one with you, and then help you get your first videos out there, and then hold you accountable to posting them consistently, and then also help you build the VSL funnel, launch it into that, and then scaling that whole process up. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so I close the cohorts and then I open them up just because um of the attention to detail that we do in there, and also have my in-house editing team editing the videos as well. We help you script everything out, and it's live as well. So we do live sessions every single week. So there will be this one I'm opening up now. I don't know when the next one I'm going to be opening it up, but I'm opening this one for November. So you guys can apply if you want to join. But um, this one's going to be special because we're going to be going deep into this organic strategy as well, and putting more emphasis on this, because this is what everybody needs to be doing, especially going to next year if they want to be starting to generate leads and converting at a high rate. Where can we get the details for the refinery? Will you share length of the cohort and price anywhere? Yeah, so Carrie, if you look on that in that doc that I shared at the bottom, there's a whole detailed list of kind of like what we talk about there. Also inside of the community, if you're in the community, there's more in depth on kind of what the refinery looks like. But then we can just jump on a call and we can chat about it. And there's a few different options for pricing as well. As well. Yeah. Awesome. Could you explain more about the newsletter? What kind of content goes into it? Yeah, so with the content on the newsletter, it can be, I mean, you're gonna basically put a high value on the newsletter, right? So um you don't want to build a newsletter like most people kind of build a newsletter where it's like very generic, like chat GPT corporate type content. Like you want to build relationship with your prospects, and you want to give value, right? So you can just write like what you think would be valuable to the people that you want to talk to, and you can give value in there. You can also like give value and then kind of go into your offer and tell them like, look, if you want to work with me further, like book a call, and you can drive them to your calendar as well. You can drive them to your YouTube videos. I recommend making like a couple call to action. Like let's say you're sending 3 videos a week or 3 emails a week. I recommend one of them is just like completely high value, no pitching at all. You do one with value plus a pitch to book a call or drive them to your funnel. And then one of the videos is to your YouTube channel. That's it. And to your YouTube video. And that creates the ecosystem. Then when they watch the YouTube video, again, you're either linking them to other videos or you're linking them to book a call or to your funnel. And that's how they're going to get into your funnel as well. And they're how to book a call and stuff like this. So yeah, your content's like high value. Like for example, what I post is like, certain things that are working for me right now. I post testimonials, case studies as well. I send to my email list. I send links to my YouTube channel, and then I also just write value posts, like what would be valuable to my ideal client. How can I do it as a high amounts of value without like you want it? There's something called um like your audience think about like your audience like a bank account. Like, are you depositing into that account or are you always withdrawing? Right? Because it's this relationship equity that you have in your audience that if you're constantly pitching, I mean, you start to diminish that, but you want to offset that by just giving more value. The more value, right? This is the law of reciprocity. The more value you give, the more you're going to get back in return. So you want to just essentially just give as much as possible. Yeah. You mentioned that the refinery would be for people making 10K a month. Is it worth still applying, doing strategy session if you're at zero? Yeah, absolutely. So we have clients that, have, they're making money, and like let's say they've done something else. Like I'll give you an example. One of my clients, he had he was doing he had his own like job on the side, right? That he was doing, but he wanted to then build this business and basically turn and package his expertise into a highly leveraged offer that is recurring revenue, that's scalable, that he's decoupling himself from time, and that he's passionate about as well. And so basically what we did was he joined and we crafted his offer. We went through the whole process, and now he's launching his ads. And now he's starting to, next week he's starting to actually get the ads launched as well. And so, yeah, absolutely. If you're in this process, I've also have people that like starting from scratch build this up, but it's good to build that from the base and do it right from the very beginning. So, yeah, it all depends on where you're at, Aaron. We'd love to chat and just see where you're at and see if it makes sense. I know you have an onboarding call with Noah, but if you want to book a call, we can do the onboard, or you can just fill out that click on reply. We'll just take you to a calendar. You can just book with me, and then we can do it that call. So if you want to do sooner, we can jump on a call and we can map it out, see if it is worth it. Again, the way I operate is, if it's a good fit and I can genuinely believe I can help you and where you're at, then yeah, we can definitely talk about that, and I'll map everything out for you, Aaron. So, and if you guys have any questions as well on that, if you guys also want a link to the resource, I don't know if you guys got the doc. I know there's some people that joined. Here's the link to the doc. I'll post it in the chat here, so you can link to the doc, and you can use this. This is the stuff you need to be doing for if you want to grow on YouTube. And then if you want help with that, I'll help you script out one-on-one your content strategy, and we'll launch this entire ecosystem process to help scale.